craziest comebacks in college football history. Back on January 2nd, 2016, the Alamo Bowl in San Antonio, Texas looked like it was about to become just another routine win for the Oregon Ducks. They were ranked number 15 in the nation, coming in as 7-point favorites against number 11 TCU, but right before kickoff, disaster struck for TCU. You see, their star quarterback, Trevone Boykin, the man who had thrown for over 10,000 career yards, was suddenly gone. Just 2 days before the game, he was arrested in San Antonio after a late-night bar fight and was immediately suspended. To make things worse, TCU's All-American wide receiver Josh Doxson was already out with a wrist injury, so when the game began, TCU had to turn to an unlikely name. The thing is, the starting job went to Bram Kohlhausen, a walk-on senior who had never started a college football game in his life. He only found out he was starting that morning, but when the first half began, things went as badly as everyone expected. Oregon scored on its first 3 drives, and by halftime it was 31-0. ESPN even said TCU only had a 0.9% chance of winning, but here's where the story takes a wild turn. As it turns out, Oregon's quarterback Vernon Adams Jr., who had already thrown for almost 200 yards, was knocked out of the game with an injury. On top of that, TCU's coach Gary Patterson changed shirts at halftime, swapping his black outfit for purple in what he later joked was good luck. But then somehow the impossible started to happen. What I mean is that TCU came out of the locker room like a completely different team. They scored on all 9 of their drives after halftime. Touchdowns, field goals, everything. Bit by bit, they erased the deficit until the game was tied 31-31 with just 19 seconds left. But even that wasn't enough to end it, since the game ended up going into triple overtime. Both teams traded scores in the first and second overtimes, but in the third, it all came down to Bram Kohlhausen. He ran the ball himself straight into the end zone, and when Oregon failed on their final chance, the comeback was complete as the walk-on senior, who had never started before, finished with over 350 yards passing, 4 total touchdowns, and the offensive MVP award in a 47-41 win.